Good afternoon and welcome to Word of the Day. It's Christmas week. How did that happen? But here we are. It's Monday. You've got me for the next 3 days, and just a quick couple of minutes. Something to reflect on. And I think whilst these sessions aren't generally Bible studies as such, I think in this week, hopefully you'll forgive me for looking at some aspects of the Christmas story that I think might be just for now. Really kind of things just to provoke our thinking and maybe bring us comfort during this time of, well, I don't even know how to describe it. Fear, concern, stress, pain. The list goes on. But we know where we are. But in this story, in this great story, and in this season, we can bring such great hope. Today, I'm going to look at the that passage in Luke, Luke 1. I think it's about verses 26 onwards, where Mary gets to learn that she's about to become pregnant with Jesus. And the story goes that the Archangel Gabriel visited Mary and kind of just appears and tells her she's pregnant. Mary, this peasant girl, with no expectation of what's about to happen. She woke that morning, no doubt, just thinking it was another day, and it was going to be a day like no other. The part of the story I'd like us to focus on is that part of the story where the Archangel has told her the news and Mary's just trying to process it. Mary's world has been turned upside down. Mary is, she had plans as to what she was going to do. Does this sound familiar? And those plans have been just turned on their head in the course of a few minutes. And she's got no sense of what happens next. And she asks the Archangel, well, okay, how can it be? And you can imagine her confusion. You can imagine her, she's not doubting. She's got an angel in front of her telling her she's not doubting, but she's just thinking, how does this all work? And Gabriel responds to her. His response is really interesting. He says, the Holy Spirit will come upon you, and this is the bit that I've often missed, and the power of the Most High will overshadow you. Therefore your child will be born holy. The power of the Most High will overshadow you. In those sort of few words, there's this amazing image of just the immensity of God. The language used there is language which first appears in the Bible when we hear of the account of the Holy Spirit putting together the form of the earth out of its formlessness. There's this sense of creation and authority and power and desire for good. And it's that very same sense of overshadowing the immensity and engagement of the Spirit, which Gabriel tells Mary, oh, this is how it's going to work. Don't worry, because you have the Spirit inside you, but around you, and overshadowing you, watching over you like this giant of goodness is the immensity of God's power. And I think that's something which we can hold on to now. We don't have the situation that Mary had, but we do have some sense that, oh my word, what happens next? All the things I've understood as normal are starting to become non-normal. Yeah. I don't know what the question is, but how does this work? Just the same as Mary's question. And I think God's answer to us is those two things. The Holy Spirit resides within us, and in that we can have certainty. We are at one with God because of it. And the immensity of God's creative power just overshadows us. It's at work. And we in our smallness can't really get to grips with, well, what does that mean? And as much as we'd like to know what it means, we can't. But we can take comfort in it. The story of Mary, the peasant girl, and how she was tasked and rose to this amazing challenge, is a story of great hope for us now. And it's a story that we celebrate this week during our last period of Advent before we dawn on Friday onto Christmas Day. I'll be back with you tomorrow. Have a good day today for the rest of the day, and take care. Stay safe. God bless.